Day 25, Friday. I still get really excited that it's Friday, as I did when I was working for somebody else. And there's something about getting to Friday, and getting to Friday in January feels extra special. I did got the hair done, so it looks different. I've just a colour. As you can tell, it changes colours throughout the next, or it did yesterday. If you look back at yesterday and see what it looked like yesterday. So yeah, I had a really lovely day. I embodied a lot of what I was talking about yesterday in that deciding it was going to be a good day. And I think when I start my day in the cold sea for a sunrise, and it was nice and crispy cold this morning, no rain, no wind, I just am so grateful. I started the day walking down to Sandy Cove and 40 Foot, and the moon was still on the left and the sun was rising on the right and to the east and west, and it was just delightful. And I caught up one of the lads that I swim with on Fridays that I hadn't seen in a while, and he's doggy Bruce, and we went for a cuppa and a catch up, and it was just wholesome. And the minute you have a dog with you, everyone wants to talk to you anyway. It's so social, and anyway, all the swimmers there's always somebody to chat to, so it was really convivial. I love that about my Fridays. If I get to swim with my swim force friends, that there's always that kind of connection and a lot of laughing and just wholesome. So like kind of what I was saying yesterday, you're like already vibrating better. And I also, today was a big clear out day. I've been decluttering all week, and it was a day I was bringing everything to both charity and to recycling centre. And it's just, my apartment's quite small, so when you take all the stuff out of it, it was like, yes, space for the new things to come in. That was all another nice feeling. And then getting the hair done. I am an absolute loyalist to my hairdresser Michelle in the Craft, call them out, in Dundrum. I'm over 18 years in Dublin, and I think I'm with Michelle for 15 years. So if anybody ever questions my loyalty or commitment, it's my evidence is with my hairdresser. She can tell you. She's been through many hairstyles and many hair colours. I've been a bit like Madonna. I have very thick hair, so it takes a baiting, and that's it really straight now today. But you've all seen it in all its formats in January, up, curly, whatnot. Anyway, so that was really wholesome. And then I had some calls this afternoon, both old and new clients. And there's a real magic in the starting with a new client. I love that, new coachee. So that was really fabulous. And then I got out for a walk, and as I was out walking, the moon, the full moon, or what's like one day post full moon, is coming up over Howth, for those of you that know Dublin Bay. And I was just like, oh my God, look at it. I had seen photographers out and I didn't associate the two. And then I was like, the photographers out there by the towers. And I looked at the time and it was 20 to 6. I was like, oh, the moon is coming up. And when you're on the beach for when the moon comes up, it's always really special, because especially this time of year, it comes up over Howth. So I ran back to get away from the streetlights, like, what a sad ass. I'm going to send some photographs after if you've watched this video. And because the photographs couldn't do it justice. But I nearly wanted to tell, there was all these people that were out that had their headphones in and they weren't looking, and I nearly wanted to go, look, the moon, like a little child. But you end up again talking to more dog walkers, and a man came up to me and he said, is that the moon? I was like, yeah, that's the moon. What else would it be? Not the sun, dude. And he was like, oh, so that's what make women go wild and mad. And I was like, men too. You're 90% water. It's not just women that go nuts with the full moon. Everyone goes nuts with the full moon. I was like, it's just physics. I was like, that's a very biased comment. He met the wrong woman tonight. And yeah, I had a lovely walk watching the moon come up over Dublin Bay. And it's quite high now. It's looking in here at me. I'm blessed with this apartment in terms of location, just to look out over the sea. You can just about see it. Look at it. Yeah, yay, you can see the moon. There you go, out onto the busy road. That is Marion Road. Yeah, so I'm now home and I've been chatting on the phone to friends, catching up at the end of the week, and have to make dinner and I have to do a bit of work. And that's what I love about being self-employed. I will do a little bit of work later, some admin and bits that I didn't get done earlier, and then sit down and watch some shite TV. That's what you do in January. And yeah, so it was just a really fulfilling day. And I've listed all my little bits of gratitude, but I think the essence was when I start my day in cold water and I decide it's going to be a good day. Good things can happen. Now, it doesn't always work that way. I'm not so idealistic that I know shit doesn't come along. But mostly, I think it's the first day since we broke up that I kind of feel a bit more like myself again, and starting to plan for the future again, and able to talk about us breaking up without getting upset as well. So yeah, progress. But every day is different, right? There's also the prospect of being single for a weekend. Like, you're busy during the week, but when the weekends hit, you're like, oh shit, I'm single. As if that's a bad thing. Again, reframing that, but acknowledging how I feel. That was a thought that did cross my mind today. So yeah, that was me. That was my update. I'm going to draw the names for the journal later. If you're watching this on Saturday, the draw will be over. Like the lottery, you cannot win again. But if you're watching this and it's Friday night and you haven't submitted a comment on day 23, find that video. It's under, you'll see it under the playlist. If you're watching this from the playlist, leave a comment and I'm going to do the draw at around after 10 o'clock tonight. I'm going to do it, I have a way of doing it online, and I will tag you on stories. So yeah, get entering and I'll post it out to you next week, all going well. So have a lovely evening and we're into the weekend. I hope that means that you will care for yourself and mind yourself and prioritise yourself. Even though you might have a shit lot to do, don't forget to pause and think about all the things that, or the who, that you're grateful for today. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.